Super Bowl week, and as we're ready to get prepared for the big matchup Sunday, Cincinnati Bengals against Los Angeles Rams, there's a lot of big players going in this game in big matchups. Obviously, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow against Matt Stafford and Jalen Ramsey are among some of the big matchups and names we'll be watching on Sunday. But there's been a name from the Bengals that has stolen the spotlight this postseason, a guy who's kind of come out of nowhere a little bit. Now, Mize, I know you got a little bit of the story there.
Oh, yes, Nick. Rookie Bengals kicker Evan McPherson, or Shooter McGavin as they like to call him, has taken the world by storm, especially this past postseason, calling game-winning kicks, saying, hey, boys, we're going to the AFC Championship. I'm sure he probably called the Super Bowl on his game-winning kick in the AFC Championship. And he has had an extremely impressive postseason run for a player, bar none, much less a rookie. An interesting stat here, he has now tied Adam Vinatieri, Captain Clutch, one of the greatest postseason kickers of all time, with 3 games in the postseason with 4+ field goals made. He did it in one season, his first year in the NFL. One postseason, he tied Adam Vinatieri's record of games in the postseason with 4+ field goals. And I think he's like only a couple of field goals off for the most postseason field goals made, period. Which is Go ahead.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Right now, he's just 2 off from Adam Vinatieri's pace from 2006. And this is a guy in Evan McPherson no one even heard of, and now suddenly he's mentioned with names like Vinatieri. I mean, this is pretty wild and pretty cool, right? I mean, I know you got a little more information on this.
Yeah, and I just think it's bonkers that as a rookie you come in and put up some performances like this. This is the best rookie performance I have seen out of a kicker since my own favorite, Justin Tucker of my Baltimore Ravens, a rookie kicker who came in, won the starting job from veteran kicker Billy Cundiff, and took the team all the way to the Super Bowl, making a couple of clutch kicks in that time span too. And if you compare Evan McPherson, he's getting comped to Justin Tucker. He's getting comped to Adam Vinatieri. You are in the best of hands if those are the guys you're getting compared to. If you had a love child of Justin Tucker and Adam Vinatieri, I don't think there could be a more perfect kicker in the NFL right now. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, and on top of the icing on the cake for Cincinnati fans is the fact when the Bengals took him in the 5th round in last year's NFL draft, they were mocked. All the pundits and all the experts said it was a stupid pick. They wasted it on a kicker in the 5th round. I mean, just some of these guys here, this was from fan side. It said the lone bad grade in the solid Cincinnati Bengals 2021 NFL draft class is picking Evan McPherson. That didn't age well. DraftDive.com said drafting kickers don't have a better success rate than undrafted kickers. They didn't like the pick. And there's on and on. You can go on and on to find all these pundits, all these analysts, all these experts that said Evan McPherson was not a good selection for the Bengals. But just like you said, he's getting comped with Tucker and Vinatieri, and he put him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and, I think the days of mocking kickers being drafted is over soon. The Ravens never drafted Tucker. He was an undrafted free agent, but we've seen multiple kickers and punters drafted in the past few years. And I think this is what I think. You see this, the Packers, terrible special teams play probably prevented them from getting to the NFC Championship or even the Super Bowl. They go on to hire Raiders interim head coach Rich Bisaccia as their special teams coach. I think this is teams realizing it is the revolution of special teams and how important it is. Special teams can lose you a game. Special teams can win you a game. There's no longer, offense and defense are the most important. I think this is the special teams revolution. I think teams are realizing how important great punters, great kickers, and even holders, long snappers, all of that stuff, you have to have a well-oiled machine or else you are in for the long haul with bad special teams. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think you're onto something here, right? Because when you look at the Bengals and you say, well, they have a lot of issues. They're not great at offensive line. They're okay at defense. Obviously Jamar Chase is outstanding and Burrow is great, but really as a team, they're not really dominant anywhere. They're just pretty good. But that formula, when paired with really good special teams, has put them in the Super Bowl. And the NFL is a copycat league. So just like you're saying, I think we're going to see a lot of teams kind of follow the Bengals trend. Instead of trying to draft maybe a backup guard or take a flyer on a 5th, 6th round receiver, we're going to see a lot more kickers and punters going early in the NFL draft.
And there's a couple of other things that I've noticed. For instance, in this postseason alone, Rams, great kicker in Gay. Niners, Robbie Gould, great kicker. Bengals, great kicker, Evan McPherson. Chiefs, great kicker, and Harrison Butker. Chiefs, great return man on special teams, big play that they made that helped them stay in the game, putting Tyreek Hill back there to return some punts and kicks. That is the sole reason that they even took the Bengals to overtime. There's so many options out there when teams utilize great special teams. I think this is the future of if you want to get to the Super Bowl, you got to draft a kicker.